Good morning, guys. Welcome to this session of the class. My name is Mr. Bangura. I want this class to be very interactive. Please feel free and feel comfortable. Whatever question you don't understand, you can ask. Today, basically, we are going to look at cost of production. So at the end of this class, all of us will actually understand how to determine the cost of producing one particular unit, especially if you are doing a manufacturing or a service business. Not so? Why is it important that we need to understand this? Who can tell us why do we need to understand our cost of production? Please feel free. Am I want to say something?
You can plan well.
You can plan well, not so? Yes, of course, if you don't know your cost of production, you cannot plan. What can you plan?
Right.
What can you plan?
Like the capital you need.
Your budget.
Your budget. So which specific budget can you plan? Your selling price, not so? Your selling price, not so? Yeah. So if you don't know your cost of units produced, you cannot know how you are going to sell the product. Not so. So I want this class to be interactive, please, guys. I want you to actually feel free and ask various questions. First of all, I want to look at two things here. If you are doing a manufacturing business or a service business, how can you determine your cost of producing one unit or service? Now, there are two things you need to actually note. Who can tell us? Who can tell us? What specific cost we need to consider when we want to determine our cost of producing one unit? What specific cost? We are going to think about two things. One, we think about the variable costs of producing this one unit, and also what? The fixed costs of producing the same one unit. Do you understand? So two components also. We want to first determine the variable cost of producing one unit, not so, and then we also consider the fixed cost of producing one unit. For us to actually know our cost of producing one unit, we need to add our variable cost per one unit, not so, and then we also add it to our fixed cost per one unit. Yes. So, yeah, you want to ask question? Yeah.
Yes. So what is the cost of the variable cost?
Yeah. The variable cost. I like the question. He's asking about the variable cost. Who can help? Who can help? The variable cost.
Something that is bound to change.
Something that is bound to change.
Yes.
Margaret, you want to contribute? Marion, you have any points?
The cost that varies, it does not have stagnant price.
Fine. He said the cost that changes with the level of what? Your production. Not so. So for example, if I want to produce like chair, I have those costs that can vary with chair. It depends to the number of chairs. So like for example, I will need the leather, not so. I will need the timber. I will need maybe the nail. So all that will vary according to the quantity of chair that I'm going to produce. So the more chair I produce, the more variable cost I incur. So but basically, when we are calculating the variable cost per unit, we need to determine the product cost card. How do we call it? Product cost card. Product cost card. Now, what is the product cost card? This product cost card is a summary of all units and material that are used in producing one unit. Let's say, for example, we want to produce chair. So in the product cost card first, you have in the template you will have the item, you have the quantity, you will have the unit price, and you have what? The total. You understand?
Yes.
So let's assume that we want to produce one chair. We want to find the variable cost of one chair. So what do? So first of all, we will first determine those costs that will be used in producing the chair directly. Let's say we need what? Material. Also, let's call them please. Material. Can you give me another one?
Both.
Now, but let's know first the quantity of material that we need to produce the one chair. So maybe we need 2 pieces of what? Material. So we need 2 pieces of material. And then we also need to determine the cost of 1 piece of what? Material. Let's say 1 piece of material is just 1,000 euros. Have you seen? So to get the total material will be like 2 times 1,000 now gives you what? 2,000 euros. Do you understand? It's clear. And also, maybe we also need another item again called, let's say, is could be nail. Also, nail. Let's say nail. We need nail here. Let's say we need 1 packet nail. Also, to produce 1 chair, and maybe the cost of nail is 500 euros. Also, so now 1 times 500 is what? 500. So assuming that these are only the 2 items that will be used to produce the chair. So what we do now, we now add all these. The total, we now add what? The total. Also, so we add the total also. So what is the total? 2,000 plus what? 500. So it becomes 2,500 euros. So what does that mean? That 2,500 euros. It means cost. Variable cost of producing 1 chair. How to determine the variable cost of producing 1 chair. Have we completed? No. Remember, you cannot only incur variable cost in when you are producing. We have other costs that are not related to the production. Also, like your transportation cost. Also, like what? Maybe you have rented a shop, like your rent. Also, like your utility bills. Remember, when you are doing your bill, you must be producing at a specific place. You need to pay some other costs, some other fixed costs. Those costs that are not related to this, that you incur periodically, they are called fixed costs. It does not matter whether they are used in the production. So let's identify them. Maybe. So again, I want you to actually recap. Can you recap how we found the variable cost per unit? So now let's assume that on a monthly basis you are producing 10 chairs. Also, this 2,500 that you've got is the variable cost of one chair. But I am assuming that on a monthly basis, if you are producing 10 chairs, what will be the total variable cost on a monthly basis? Also, so the total variable cost. So Abbas, can you help us with the total variable cost on a monthly basis? If you have already got the variable cost of producing 1 chair, which is 2,500, if you are producing 10 chairs per month, so what will be the total variable cost? So how do you get the 25? You multiply
2,500 by
so it's 2,500 by 10 chairs. Not so?
Yes.
So we now have what? 25,000 euros for all what? The 10 chairs on a what? Monthly basis. Not so?
Yes.
So who does not understand? Do you have any comments on this one? Or can I continue? Fine. So we've now known how to determine 2 things. 1, the variable cost of producing 1 chair, and 2, the total variable cost of producing the maximum production of the chair. Not so?
Yes.
Now we are coming to the second part. After we have done that, we have looked at 2 things: the variable cost per unit and the total variable cost per month. Not so?
Yes, sir.
Now we want to actually calculate now the monthly fixed cost. So can you help me? What do you know about fixed cost? What do you know about fixed cost?
As
say example of fixed cost.
Yes, can you give me an example of fixed cost? What do you know about fixed cost?
You can say rentage.
Rent, not so? Do you have any cost again that is fixed? What is fixed cost generally? Transportation. Yes.
Maybe communication.
Communication. Yes.
And actually, you're asking what is fixed cost. Fixed cost actually is something that is fixed and is stagnant. It is not it does not change.
Yeah, fine. You see, you have given examples of fixed cost. Huh? Thank you very much. Actually, fixed cost, these are costs that do not change with the level of what? Production. You see, the way I did the variable cost, they change. Not so, but the fixed cost does not change. So in other words, all the examples you have given, they are all fixed costs. They are not directly related to the production of the good, but they are costs that you incur in the process of what? Producing the good. So can I list them? Let's identify, but here you need to identify the monthly fixed cost. Not so. Let's say we have monthly fixed cost. Now you stated what? Rent. Not so? Rent. But sometimes you know that rent is paid on a yearly basis. Not so? So if you want to put that on a month, you need to what? Prorate it on a what? A monthly basis. Not so? So we put monthly rent. Put it in. Then you also put your monthly utility bills, your monthly communication, your monthly transportation, your monthly tax that you are paying, your monthly electricity, etc., etc. Then when you have added all your monthly costs, you have what we call total fixed cost. Meaning you've added your monthly rent, not so, you've added your monthly utility, you've added your monthly transportation, you've added your monthly what? Maybe it could be your rental, not so. That total is what we call total fixed cost. Do you understand? Now, how do you find out the fixed cost per unit? We've got the total fixed cost on a monthly basis, and we've got the total variable cost on a monthly basis, not so? So, now, the second stage of us finding the fixed cost charge is to actually divide. We have the fixed cost per unit, per share, will now be the monthly fixed cost divided by total variable cost times 100. Remember, we found the total variable cost to be what? 25,000. Not so? But let's just assume that our total monthly fixed cost was what? Let's say it was what? Let's say it was 15,000 euros. When we have added all our monthly fixed costs. So if we want to find our fixed cost charge, it will now be our monthly fixed cost, which is what? 15,000 divided by total variable cost, which is what? 25,000 times what? 100. Not so? So what do we have? The result will be what? The result will be 60. So Amara said the result is what? 60. So 60 euros per what? Per share. Not so? So what have we got at the end of the day? We've got our what? Variable cost per unit. Not so? Now we've now found our what? Fixed cost per unit. You understand? Because before you find the fixed cost per unit, you need to find the fixed cost charge. That is the monthly fixed cost divided by total variable cost times 100. So the percent is what? 60. So it's 60 what? 60%. Do you understand? So we are going to use this 60% to actually determine our total cost. Remember, our task here is to determine the total cost of the product. Not so? Now we've got our variable cost per unit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, the question. Is it possible for a fixed cost to be a variable cost? Let's say, for example, rent. We've mentioned rent on the fixed cost. You're renting a space at 15,000 euros. So let's say you're producing 10 chairs, and that space can only hold 10 chairs.
Can only hold 10 chairs.
And now, if you want to produce 50 chairs, you have to have a bigger space. So if you increase that rent, is that rent a variable cost or existing?
Well, it depends. if you have measured, he's asking, can you help? Who want to help? Who want to help in the question? He's saying that in case you are producing 15 chairs also at a specific location and you notice that you want to increase your production, maybe the space is not enough, maybe you want to produce maybe more than 15 chairs now. He's now asking whether those fixed costs can change. I believe it will not change, not so, because remember, when you've rented a shop, it's for a specific period of time. You understand? We normally consider fixed costs to be fixed, not so, until a specified period, maybe in the long run, maybe the person renting the place will decide to increase the rent. But within that specific period now, the rent that you've paid in that area you are covering will now be fixed.
So in other words, it's just time specific.
It's just specific, time specific, exactly. It will be time specific. Thank you very much. Yeah.
What this guy is saying, I don't know if I understand, means that if you change the location or at the same location.
He's saying the same location also.
Increase.
But the space that is needed should be increased.
Maybe you are using one store now.
One so that you want to use. So it's more of time bound. Because if you pay for the whole year, then it means you need to have exhausted your rent maybe before a new rent is given out. I think, have I answered that question? Okay. Yes. So now remember we've got 60% fixed cost charge, not so? Now we got our variable cost per chair was what? What was that? Was like 25 euros per chair, not so? And how do we find our fixed cost per chair? Fixed cost per chair is now that 60% that we've got. So it will be 60%. 60% is same as what? 60 over 100 times the variable cost per unit, which is what? 25. Not so? Do you get it?
Yeah.
So this is the result you get now is 60% is 60 divided by 100 times the variable cost per unit. So what do we have, Amara? 15. So we have 15 euros here. 15 euros per chair. So when we add the variable cost per unit plus the fixed cost per unit, we now have our what? Total cost per unit. So it now becomes 25 plus 15 is what? 40. So it means on the average total, we will now spend to produce one chair, we will now spend 40 euros per what? One chair. Do you understand? Do you have any question?
So that is the cost of production.
That is the cost of producing one chair.
Can we put like marketing or advertising?
Fine. Marketing or advertising will be done in another lecture. You understand? So today our learning objective, we want to actually know how to be able to determine our total cost of producing one unit, especially when we are manufacturing or what? Producing, when we are manufacturing a good, or maybe when we are doing what? A service business. Do you understand? So this is the way how to go about it. Do you have any question? Do you have any other further question? Do you have any other further question? It's okay, not so? If it is okay, I want to thank you. But before we want to end, let me just summarize what we have done. Generally, the class today, we have looked at how to determine the total cost of producing one unit. When you are doing a manufacturing business or a service business. So the first thing you need to determine is your variable cost per unit, not so? And then you also need to find your total variable cost on a periodic basis. Having got that, then the next one you need to find your total monthly fixed cost. And your total monthly fixed cost will be divided by your total variable cost multiplied by 100 for you to find the fixed cost charge. Because remember, you need your variable cost per unit and you also need your fixed cost per unit. So the only difficult task here is for you to be able to determine the fixed cost charge for the fixed cost per unit. That's all. But the variable cost is very simple. The variable cost is just you are using the product cost card to just determine the variable cost per unit. So in summary, the total cost will be the variable cost per unit plus the fixed cost per unit. Not so? So why do we think this cost is important? Who can just share? Why do we think this cost is important? It's important, yeah.
If you understand the cost of production, you can make it a good selling price.
Yeah, fine.
So you know to get at loss.
Fine. Because you want to become sustainable, you want to be profitable, you need to know your cost of what? Production. If you don't know your cost of production, you cannot determine your selling price. Thank you very much. I hope this lesson has given you a lot of experiences on how to determine cost of what? Producing one unit in a manufacturing or a service business. The next session will now be